Hey everybody, it's Uncle DJ with another beard tip video. This one is one I think a lot of people have been waiting for. I get a lot of questions asked of myself, and it's on beard sites everywhere. What do you do when you have flaking skin, trouble skin, hair that gnarls up, broken split ends? How do you calm this stuff down? This is for not just your beard, but your scalp, and even your skin can get affected by these things. Well, 6 tips I've got for you, recently retested, and they're working brilliantly. So let me share them with you post haste, like right now. Number 1, look at your water. Yes, I know, it's clear. Now, I mean by look at your water is test it. Find out what kind of water you have. You either are going to have soft water, water that is relatively pure, maybe driven from a spring, or a good source that doesn't have a lot of pollutants or any kind of minerals that tend to weigh water down, or you have hard water, which is typically what I run into where I live. Hard water usually has been treated chemically with things like chlorine, or it may have fluoride in there for your teeth, or it may have some other form of alternate stuff in there to make the water drinkable and usable. Unfortunately, it tends not to do both, and it really does more damage than we know on skin, scalp, and hair. So, there's something you should consider first and foremost if you have that problem, and that is water filtration. How do you do that? Several different ways. If you've got the money and you own your home, a water filtration system knocks the problem out and you're fine. But like me, I don't have a house, I don't have that kind of money, so I use water filtration at the tap. Just buying a good tap water filter will take care of a lot of the hard water problems, and when you take it in, you'll be able to taste less of those metallic things or chlorine issues, or see less cloudy water. That's softened your water quite a bit. That's going to help everything inside of you and outside of you. And if you want to go ahead and wash your hair at the tap, at the sink, you can now do that and get the benefits of softer water and better results. If you can't, I'm one of those that just cannot bend over at a sink, not by my size, and definitely not for my back. So you can use a pitcher when you shower, and just go ahead and keep that pitcher handy, that when you rinse your hair and your scalp, you just pour it right over yourself, and you'll be able to let that water do the rinsing for you. If you can acclimate yourself to that, great. That's a nice tip. Again, it doesn't work for me. So let's get on to other things that actually do work. Sponge Bath More, shower much less. This is a hard one because I always love my morning showers. 15 minutes of steam, get myself all lathered up, relax muscles, all that stuff. You know something? It was doing great damage to my hair and my scalp and my skin. Hair was falling out more. The beard was dry. No matter, it seemed like what I did, it was a problem. And I cut back. I had to, because of water issues where I lived. Septic system issues came up, and we had a very wet spring and early summer. So I used less water and got a big benefit out of it by just using sponge baths. Even with hard water, if you sponge bath every day, far less water hits your skin and your scalp and your face. You can deal with it. Your body can deal with much less than being bombarded by that stuff every day. So you just use a regular sponge or cloth, take care of your business, and then use whatever products you do and get on your way. You're going to notice a difference there. When you do shower, here's what I suggest. Keep the water cooler than hotter. No more than 15 minutes in the shower max for that once a week good rinse off. And while you're doing that, some other tips. Here we go. The third is, look at your shampoo and conditioner. That is where so many people end up with problems that they don't even realize they purchased. Read labels. Find things, products that are gentle. A shampoo should not have sodium lauryl sulfate, for one thing. Also, if you're finding an awful lot of terms that sound like a chemist produced it, there you got a big problem. If you're finding things that are more balanced from nature, there you're going to find natural remedies. Try and keep your shampoo as natural as possible. Try and do the same thing with your conditioner. And then, let's go ahead and put the order of good preparation in focus. When you shower, do a rinse. Keep it to a minute or two to get the body wet. Go ahead and shampoo first. Get your hair and your scalp all done, and make sure that you've done that shampooing. Rinse all that stuff out. Don't have to over rinse it, just make sure it's all out of there, and then immediately condition the hair. Go ahead and do that and leave it in. Don't immediately rinse it out. You're going to understand why in a minute. From this point, take care of the rest of your body. Cleanse it as you ordinarily would, and then rinse from the bottom up. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it will have big benefits for your hair. You rinse from the bottom up, and you're going to find yourself actually feeling better. Your skin and scalp will feel better, because the last thing you'll rinse is the conditioner. And at that, you won't rinse it all away. You'll rinse out just enough so that the goopiness or any of that cream that's in your face or your hair is gone. And stop right there. Don't over rinse, because the more you use that water, the less conditioner remains. You literally could rinse out all the work you did, and that's something you don't want to do. Very important tip. Follow that along and listen again to this video and keep that in mind as a tip. You're going to see huge results there. Next, tip number 4 is beard oils and conditioners. Leave-in conditioners are becoming big for beards right now, and beard oil, as far as I'm concerned, job one. That is a must. It's almost like the first aid for your face. Beard oils will do great things because of the fact that they're formulated to actually bond with hair. They're actually the types of things that your hair will need to strengthen it, to give it more durability, to comb easier. It'll feel better, and a lot of them are so nicely aromatic that the scents make you even feel good. So, the beard oil, great product. The leave-in conditioner, great additive, and I'll explain. What I use is a product that I've actually tested for a major company. They asked me to do it because they know I try to do my own different components, and they had done one similar to a recipe I gave. We tried the products. We have a winner, and now this product is going into the marketplace in October, and I'll tell you more about that at a later date. But I found in using specific regimens something that works for me every single time. The beard conditioner, the cream conditioner, I'll use first thing in the morning. I'll get a pool of it, massage my entire face, and again, scrunch the beard to make sure all that stuff gets right in there. It's leave-in. You don't do anything to it. Just leave it in and comb and go on your merry way. And then at night, before I went to bed, I would do the beard oil. Same thing in the palm, same procedure. And what the oil did at night when I slept was to get in and do the nice overnight work of getting the hair to feel better, stronger, prevent split ends, prevent damage to skin. You'd wake up and the beard would feel nice. It felt great. You could just put in your conditioner and go. You use it enough during the course of several days or several weeks, and you can find you use less of that product. Instead of each day, you may use every other day, or one product one day and a couple of days later the next. You just time it toward whatever your beard needs at that point. So that helps a great deal. Now, if you have very problem skin and very big issues with your hair, we found out that the conditioner plus the oil is a powerhouse. It literally gets in there so well that your problems are almost immediate in their resolution. Skin and scalp feel so much better, the beard is more flexible, it feels better, and you'll find it has a nice sheen to it. Perfect. If you do that as a remedy fix for about 4 or 5 days, you'll be able to cut back, and you're going to see your beard in much better shape, your skin feeling fantastic. Number 5, we talk waxes from time to time. You never hear me mention waxes, except I don't do them. There's a reason. Wax for me dries out my skin and hair terribly. So I can't model hair with wax. I end up with tremendous crusting all around the edges, and those crusts actually fall away in flaky skin in large pieces to the point where I actually ooze and bleed. So I can't use a wax. If you can, great. I hope you get great results from it. But I find wax dries things out, so therefore I don't at all recommend a wax. And again, for those of you that do, tell me what your results are, because I'd like to know. The final thing is, check your mind. Why? I'm going to get New Age on you for a little bit. We have lives that have good days and bad days. We have lives that have stress and then we have calm. And in the midst of all of that, our mentality is processing things and our body is reacting to them all the time. It's no different for your heart or your lungs or your liver or your feet or your head than it is for your skin and your face and your hair. All of it gets affected by good and bad stimuli. So let's talk mind check. First, during the day, take a little time to write down the good things going on in your life versus the bad or the stressful things going on. Compare notes. If you're finding that good things are the longer of your list, then you're in a good place. If you're finding stress is really, really coming down on that list hard and strong, then you have something you need to fix. And there are remedies I'll give you right here and now. First and foremost, go ahead and have your meal, your best meal at dinner time. Don't do it at breakfast. Don't do it at lunch. Most of us are way too busy to enjoy those meals and typically don't. We wolf them down and then we move on with our day. So the meal you want is the end meal of the day to be full and satisfying and flavorful. This will help put you more at ease. You will feel satisfaction. You will have a sense of rest. Let aromatic things surround you. If you cook with things with spices and aromas that are pleasant, that make you want to eat the food. And then complement it with things like desserts that smell great, like a nice baked apple pie out of the oven. Terrific scent. Also, spiced coffees and spiced teas work really well. A nice aromatic beer will make you feel so satisfied after a good meal, you'll feel like you just ended up in this nirvana. Also, you can try doing some other tips. There are things around us that should be looked at as well. Mood lighting. No hard, stressful lights. No soft, dim lights so that you're constantly straining your eyes, which also creates stress. You hear in the background, I have a fan. I always keep a fan running somewhere in the house. Air movement to me is massively important. It makes me feel like I'm more outdoors even though I'm indoors. If you can open windows, all the better, because you get the outdoor sense. If they're pleasant, you really want them inside. This is going to help calm your mind and calm your body at the same time. You can also double the effort with things like friendly conversation or an easy game to play, say a board game or cards or an easy computer game, or do something like that that brings the stress level down and becomes entertaining. It shouldn't be crazy. It shouldn't be long hours at it. These computers, wonderful things that they are, create more stress in our lives because they are information central, and that overload taxes your brain and taxes your body at the same time. So take those stresses down and put things in there that are good and relaxing, things you love, things that make you peaceful and calm, and your body's going to react positively to it. You put all this together and you have yourself the composite, healed human that can actually do the goals of better skin, better beard, better hair, and a better feel. You won't have all these issues and problems dragging you down. It takes some time to unpeel it all, but you follow these tips and give yourself a couple of months to do it, and I guarantee I will see lots of people writing me saying, wow, this really made great sense. It does. It's worked for me. I've proven it again to myself, and now I share that with you. Write me back. Let me know.